Hello, welcome back. Glad to have you join me today. Today we're going to talk about something that is really going rampant in this world today. There are people out there every day who call themselves Christians, but they're full of hatred, they're full of bitterness, and they backstab others, as we call it. They make fun of others. They insult them by attempting to say that they are not very intelligent. And the bottom line is this: we can call ourselves whatever we want to. You can call yourself a Christian, but if your life doesn't follow in obedience to what the Bible teaches, you're not really a Christian. And you can call yourself that. Jesus said in the latter days there are going to be many who say, Lord, Lord, and I'm going to say, depart from me, for I never knew you. So you see, to be a true Christian, we must be a Christ follower. That means all these things that I've spoken of here this morning, we can't be doing those things. Is there anything that backs it up in the Bible? Well, yeah, Jesus Christ gave the two greatest commandments of all in Matthew chapter 22, beginning there at verse 36. We're going to go down to verse 37. Jesus said to the disciple who asked him, which is the greatest commandment in the law? And Jesus said, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. Jesus went on to say, this is the first and greatest commandment. So we've got to have a love for God. And a love for God, God wouldn't do these things, would he? He wouldn't insult people like we're talking about. He wouldn't hate on people. I tell you what, we were enemies of his before we came to Christ. And he loved us enough to provide forgiveness, grace, mercy, and salvation for all of us. Where would we be if the Lord hated like we hate? We'd be in trouble, wouldn't we? Jesus goes on here and he says, the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So everything hangs on those two commandments that Jesus gave in the New Testament. And so we as Christians are called upon in the book of Deuteronomy to live a life of obedience. That's what Jesus means when he says, take up your cross and follow me daily. We are supposed to strive daily to be more Christ-like in all of our ways, all of our thoughts, our actions, and our deeds. Matter of fact, when we come to the new birth, the Bible says that old things pass away. That means all the things we have been doing prior to coming to Christ, we shouldn't want to do those things anymore. We should have a new approach. The Bible says all things become new. So our attitudes, our character, our thoughts, our deeds, our words, things that spring from our heart, all of this should be new. And it should be focused on being more Christ-like. Now, we can't be perfect as Christ was. We know that. Matter of fact, Paul says in the book of Romans, we're all sinners and fall short of the glory of God. So therefore, we've got to strive to be more Christ-like every day in our character, all of our character, which governs everything we are. And so, I encourage you, in closing, I encourage you, be more Christ-like. Put away hatred, put away anger and bitterness. Love God. Love God. Love others. Even if they wrong you, love them. Pray for them. The Lord said we're to pray for our enemies. God says if you'll be silent, I'll fight your battles for you. So don't let them get under your skin. Don't let them gain control over you. Don't let them manipulate you into being less Christ-like. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you in the next video.